Today we are going to start our next topic, that is harvesting. Harvesting means cutting down of food grains when it is get matured in the field. Harvesting means cutting down of food grains from the field when it's get matured. And in the ancient time it is being done by the help of sickle. It is being done by the help of sickle. Sickle is a tool, or you can say sickle is an implement for the harvesting. But in the modern time, a motorized machine that is being used, which is known as harvester. Understood? A motorized machine which is being used to cut the crops in the modern time is known as harvester. Harvester can cut the number of crops at a single time, and it saves lots of time also. After harvesting the crops, next process that is being done is threshing. After harvesting the crops, what we do? Threshing process. In the threshing process, what we do? We just separate the grain and the chaff. What is chaff? Chaff is the outer covering of the grain. What is chaff? Chaff is the outer covering of grain that protect the grain when it is in the field. So threshing process is being done by beating out the grains from the harvested crops plant is called threshing. Threshing is done to take out the grain from the outer covering that is known as chaff. In traditional method of threshing, what they do? The harvested crops is separated on the ground in a small area, and various cattle like bullocks, buffalo and camel are made to walk over it again and again in a circle. In a small area, they beat the crops on the ground and make the cattle to walk over it. And when the cattle walk over it, what happens? The chaff and the grains get separated easily. During threshing, the leaves and stem of the crops plants are converted into small pieces that is called hay. During the threshing method, leaves and stem of that crops plant are get converted into small pieces that is called hay, जिसे हम हिंदी में भूसा कहते हैं, which is used as a fodder for the animals, In larger farms, a motorized machine called thresher is also being used for the threshing process. And in the large farms, just as harvester in the large farms, a motorized machine is being used that is known as thresher. Though the process of threshing brings out grain from the cut and dried crops plant, and the process of threshing, what they do? They bring out the grains from the cutted and dry crops plant, but the grains is mixed with the chaff. And hay, and has to be cleaned by separating from chaff and hay, and we have to clean it from the chaff and hay. What we have to clean? We have to clean the grains from the chaff and the hay before it can be used. This is done by the process of winnowing, and this is done by the process of winnowing. What the process we use to separate the chaff and grain and hay? Winnowing is the method which is used to separate the grains from chaff and hay, and the process of separating grain from chaff and hay with the help of wind is known as winnowing, and it is done with the help of wind. Winnowing is done by the help of wind. How the winnowing is done? Let's see. When a grain mixed with the chaff and hay made to fall from a height in a blowing wind, the grain being heavier falls straight to the ground, whereas chaff and hay being lighter in the weight and carried some distance away by the wind. What they do? In the moving wind or in the blowing air, the man or woman used to stand by the calf, by the grain which is mixed with the calf and hay, and due to the with the help of wind, what happened, with the help of wind, the grains which are heavy in the weight fall straight on the ground, and the calf and the hay which is lighter on the weight, they move little bit on distance and fall on the ground with the help of wind. This method is known as winnowing. These days combines, also called combine harvester, are being used in a large form for harvesting related operation. A combine is a huge machine. Combine is a type of huge machine which cuts the standing cereal crops like wheat in the field, threshes it and separate the calf from grain in one operation. Means it a single machine can do these all the three jobs, means harvesting, threshing and winnowing process. The machine is known as combine. The machine is known as combine. Understood? So after harvesting, what the three process is being done? First of all, they harvest the crops from the field, then they do threshing, they remove the grains from the calf, and when they remove the grain from the calf, a small stem and leaves that is mixed from it is called hay, and it being separated by the method of winnowing with the help of wind. And the grains which is separated or harvested by the help of combine, these grains can be cleaned, and these grains is cleaned due to all the three processes done by the single machine. So these are the clean grains that we get and can be directly filled in the gunny bags. There is no need of winnowing process. By the help of combine machine, there is no need of the winnowing process to do it separately. They directly fill in the gunny bags. One of the disadvantage of using machine like combine is that it reduces the yield of hay. The disadvantages of one of the disadvantage of the using combine machine is it reduce the yield of hay, which is used as a fodder for the cattle. If it's reduce the yield of hay, what happen? A fodder of the cattle is also reduced. This is because the combine cut only the upper part of a standing crop. Why it's happened? Because combines cut only the upper part of the crops. But if we harvest the crops from the sickle, what we done? We cut the crops near the ground. So this is the difference between combine and sickle. Understood? Combine cut only the upper part of the standing crops and not from near the ground. Combine cut only the upper part of the. What the combine do? Combine only cuts the upper part of the standing crops, not from the ground. So that is a disadvantage of using combine. Understood? The stubs of crops plant left in the field after harvesting and sometimes burnt by the farmer. Stubs means part of plant that is left in the field after harvesting the crops, and sometimes it being burnt by the farmer. The burning of stubs is harmful due to two reasons. The burning of stubs is harmful due to two reasons. What the reasons are? Now we going to see. The burning of stubs of crops plant in the field causes air pollution also. The burning of stubs in the field may cause accidental fire to the harvested crop lying in the field, and it may damage it. So What happen when some crops are kept in the field? It may cause accidental fire to the harvested crops lying in the field, and it may get burned also. Now, harvest festival. Harvest festival means the festival which comes at the time of harvesting the crops. What the festivals come, like, see, when the crops mature and became ready to be harvested. Harvest festival, when crops are mature and became ready to be harvested, the field turns golden yellow. When the crops get matured, a field turns in the golden yellow color. The sight of golden field on standing crops laden with grains fills the heart of farmer with joy. The period of harvest is of great joy and happiness in all the part of India. Men and women celebrate harvest season in the form of festival. This special festival in India associate with the harvest season like Pongal, Baisakhi, Holi, Nabyan, and Bihu. After that, our next topic is storage of food grains, that we will discuss tomorrow, class 8. Have a good day. Please go through the revision that I have explained you today. Have a nice day. Bye bye.